What if I told you that a verse written 2,000 years ago perfectly describes your social media addiction? I'm not talking about some vague prophecy. I mean, it literally describes exactly how you behave on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter right now. Stay with me, because this is going to completely change how you see both the Bible and your phone. Think about your morning routine. You wake up, and what's the first thing you do? You check your phone, Instagram stories, TikTok feed, Twitter notifications. You're looking for something new, something exciting, something you haven't seen before. But here's what's wild. King Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, already knew this would happen. And he wrote it down in a book that's been sitting on shelves for millennia, just waiting for us to figure it out. Here's the verse that's going to blow your mind. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. Now, when I first read this, I was like, come on, Solomon, have you seen an iPhone? Have you seen the internet? Surely that's new. But the more I studied this verse, the more I realized Solomon wasn't talking about technology. He was talking about human nature. See, Solomon understood something that we're just starting to figure out. The tools change, but people don't. The desires, the motivations, the behaviors, they're exactly the same as they've always been. Let me break this down for you with 3 examples that are going to make you see social media completely differently. First, vanity and status. You think posting the perfect selfie for likes is new? The ancient Romans literally carved their faces into marble and put them all over the empire. They built massive monuments to themselves. Sound familiar? That's your LinkedIn humble brag post. That's your Instagram story showing off your vacation. Same vanity, different tools. Solomon had this figured out 3,000 years ago. In Ecclesiastes, he talks about how he built houses, planted vineyards, acquired servants. Basically, the ancient equivalent of flexing on social media. And you know what he concluded? Meaningless, meaningless. Everything is meaningless. He realized that chasing status and admiration is a trap that humans have been falling into forever. Second, FOMO and comparison. You think FOMO is new? Fear of missing out. Solomon wrote, I have seen all the things that are done under the sun. All of them are meaningless, a chasing after the wind. He was describing the exact same restless anxiety you feel when you're scrolling through stories, wondering if everyone else is having more fun than you. In ancient times, people would travel hundreds of miles just to hear the latest gossip from other cities. They'd gather in marketplaces to hear news and compare their lives to others. Today, you just open an app. Same compulsion, different delivery method. Third, going viral and viral content, please. Ancient societies had town criers, traveling storytellers, and oral traditions that spread stories across continents faster than you might think. The only difference is now we measure it in hours instead of months. Solomon understood that there's this fundamental human need to share and spread information, to be heard, to matter. He wrote about it extensively. The difference is, he also understood that most of what we think is earth-shattering news isn't. But here's where Solomon gets really profound. When he says, nothing new under the sun, he's not being pessimistic, he's being liberating. He's saying, stop thinking you're missing out on something revolutionary. Stop thinking everyone else has figured out something you haven't. Stop chasing the new thing, because there is no new thing. This completely changes how I use social media. Instead of getting caught up in the latest trend or feeling like I need to be everywhere at once, I remember Solomon's wisdom. The sun rises, the sun sets, the wind blows, and people keep doing what people have always done. The question isn't whether something is new, it's whether it's meaningful. Solomon spent his whole life chasing new experiences, and in the end, he found that the only thing that truly matters is our relationship with God and with each other. So here's how this changes everything for you practically. Number 1, stop chasing the algorithm. If there's nothing new under the sun, then that viral dance or trending hashtag isn't going to fulfill you any more than the last one did. Number 2, focus on what's eternal. Solomon concluded that the only things that matter are loving God and loving people. Use your social media for that, to encourage, to connect, to serve. Number 3, remember that you're not missing out. Everyone you see on social media is dealing with the same fundamental human struggles that people have been dealing with for thousands of years. You're not behind. You're not less than. You're just human. If this completely changed your perspective on social media like it did mine, smash that like button and let me know in the comments, what's one social media habit you want to change after hearing Solomon's wisdom? And make sure you're subscribed, because next week, we're diving into how Jesus used psychology tricks that modern marketers are still copying today. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.